Speaking of translators' biases, different ways of looking at sacred texts, let's turn to another Sikh scholar that we met in San Jose recently, Dr. Nikki Singh, who brings another perspective to the Guru Granth Sahib.
The Guru Granth Sahib is the center focus of Sikh life, ceremonies, and it's also the center of Sikh philosophy. That's where all the community's ideals, ethical paradigms are derived from. Everything takes place in the presence of the Guru Granth Sahib. It's very simple text. One of the verses, Mohe tohe tohe mohe antar kaisa. Between you and you, what difference can there be? Unfortunately, and this is where, this is kind of universal in all translations, who had the access to the texts? It's the elites in every language. It's the males. And so they have seen things from their own angles and their own intellectual habits. Thous and these have been imposed, very kind of patriarchal, androcentric, and kind of creating a dualism which is really not there in the original text. They kind of very clearly make it into something out there and not body. Somehow, I don't know what it is, the body has kind of gotten very negative, whereas for the gurus, Jo Brahmande, Soi Pinde, whatever is in the divine, the transcendent world, that is in the body, pind, right here. Guru Nanak celebrates the womb. This is the mother's womb. This is where life begins. This is where we are given spirituality. This is where no caste or class happens. Everybody is equal in the mother's womb. You will see translators not using the word womb. They'll just kind of, and sometimes the word heart is there. They'll use the word heart and womb is eliminated. And sometimes the womb is translated as a belly. I mean, that's not a belly. You have katha in the Sikh Gurdwaras, and they are the ones. Do we ever hear it from female lips? It's always the male lips. It's the male hands who are taking care of the Guru Granth Sahib. So even though originally at the heart of Sikhism, anybody can read the book, anybody can analyze the holy text, the divine is one, but we invariably use the word God. The relationship is with you, the divine one, you, inside me, outside me. But instead we make it into a Lord Almighty out there, So it's that kind of monotheistic world that's coming in. And the interpreters and later exegetes, somehow I feel, are unable to grasp the simplicity of the gurus.
Cynthia, do you agree with Nikki Singh's strong, bold observation that there has always been a gender bias and a kind of dualistic thinking when it comes to translations? And are there parallels in the Christian tradition?
Oh, heavens, yes. I mean, her translation of what's wrong with calling it the womb? But, you come up against this male squeamishness because the guys got increasingly afraid that there could be any sort of expression of their own embodied sexuality. And so they push it away, they push the woman away in the same dose. And her concepts about, I was horrified and yet in a deep way gratified to hear that even in Sikhism, you have the same issues. Only the males read, the translations have a male skew. What is it about religion? I mean, it gives us sisters a common worldwide complaint.
Ken, what is it about religion?
I don't think it has anything to do with religion. Mm-hmm. I think men have historically always had problems understanding their own sexuality. And they've projected that lack of understanding onto as the mystery of women, but it is their own mystery that they haven't got in touch with. And we have wonderful examples in the Tibetan tradition, where we have meditation deities, yidams, and they're surrounded by dakinis and dakas, which are male and female spirits, but the names of the dakinis are very, very revealing. The murderess, the shape changer, and so forth. But all of these are reflections of how men experience women. It's very, very obvious. and they don't know what to do with that. So they project it outwards, and that's where the fear comes from. They don't understand something that's going on in them, so they put it out. And this has been terribly detrimental, not only for women, but for the shaping of societies.